Tavern Tales here at DreamHack Bucharest. We have lovely weather and we had amazing games yesterday. I'm your host Nimsh and I'm joined by my co-host Forsen. And we have a guest caster as well, Blackout. How are you doing, man?
So, I don't know. Kind of a bad day yesterday, but happens. So.
Yeah. All right, but today is a new day.
Yeah.
Talking about yesterday. Yesterday we had a couple of amazing games. We had Alesh actually losing to Sixto and then defeating Sixto, eliminating him from the group. And then Alesh defeating himself.
Probably the highlight of yesterday, actually. You know.
Oh yeah.
It's all over Reddit. He was kind of like he was really salty when he was here, but then he actually thought it was kind of funny, you know. But all the hate and it's like kind of regretting it, I think.
It's a good story.
It's a good story. It's a cool story, bro, you know.
Yeah, a cool story, bro. All right, guys. So yesterday we had 32 players. They played 2 group stages, best of 5 conquest. 8 of those players advanced to meet our invited players. So today we're going to have top 16 already. And this tournament, $10,000 prize pool. First place is $4,000. And 50 World Championships points. That's a lot.
That's a lot. That's rank 1 legendary for a season. And I bet all of the players here are really hungry for those points.
Exactly.
Leading up to the World Championship, which has an even bigger prize pool. One of the biggest in the Hearthstone scene.
And the pride and glory in being a world champion. That's something.
Well, that's okay. Yeah.
All right. A look at our bracket here. We're going to kick off with Lifecoach versus Impact. Then Gara, Lothar, Ardius, Stanislav Sivka, Kolento, Best Marmota, Tyson L, Powder, Nyria, Vortex, Ekop, Bekuze, Farbat, Maverick. I want to give a shout out to Team Millennium from France, where Maverick and Best Marmota, they've both qualified to this top 16, which is a great achievement. We have 3 players from Nihilum, is it?
No,
4 because
yeah.
Lothar qualified. So we have Lothar, RDU,
Lifecoach,
Thais. We have 2 players from Cloud9, that's Ekop and Kolento.
We have a Liquid player, Naira.
Yeah, we have the Liquid, we have Archon, Firebat.
Tempestorm Gara.
Tempestorm Gara.
Represented from every team here.
Very good representation, yeah. So, what is the match you guys are most excited about?
I think this one is pretty good. Lifecoach versus Impact, actually. This is one of the highlights. And then there is some other good ones as well, of course. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. Blackout?
I think Firebat versus Maverick's going to be really interesting, especially after what Maverick was playing yesterday, apparently. Double Healbot, double Kazan.
Yeah, we didn't get to stream his games yesterday. We didn't see anything of Maverick, but that's pretty interesting. But I know a lot of players have switched up their decks for this turn because you can actually switch up your deck after every round in this tournament, which is kind of something unique to Hearthstone tournaments.
I think it's pretty good. Like, you do prepare decks for your opponent, kind of, and but the opponent can also change the decks.
Yeah, so it's going to be a lot of mind games, basically, and the better mind gamer wins.
I think so. Like, we've seen mind games such as Lifecoach playing a lot of Giants, then people getting BGH and Lifecoach taking all the Giants from all his decks. So.
And then yesterday we saw some players like Alesh, he added Armorsmith to the green pattern deck just to be able to counter Freeze Mage, but everyone knew that everyone was going to try to counter Freeze Mage, so everyone took out Freeze Mage from the deck. So it's going to be interesting to see if they put back Freeze Mage right now. We saw some other player, I don't remember who, but he played Mech Mage instead of Freeze Mage the second time around.
I believe it was Vortex.
Yeah, Vortex, yeah, for sure.
All right, so here we have Impact as our first player. What do you guys know about Impact, Blackout?
I mean, Impact is a guy I practice with. I prepared with him a lot. Like me and Green Sheep, Sixo, and Radu all prepared a lot with like together in our group for this. And he's a former Yu-Gi-Oh pro. He won a lot in Yu-Gi-Oh over in North America. Played on Coast and iHearthU, so he's been around a lot, but he's never really had. He won like a lot of opens last year. He won like the Sunshine Open, if you remember that, was Lifecoach's tournament against Kibler, and like the smaller tournaments, but never like anything, never any major success. So it's going to be interesting to see how he copes.
Impact was actually the player who gave me and RDU the Freeze Mage for the first VIA game. That was a really good deck back then with Duplicate and Novus Engineers. A lot has changed since then, but you know he's a good deck builder for sure.
Oh yeah, he is an excellent deck builder. Like there was even a saying before Gamers Origin 2, whenever you don't know what to play, just ask Impact for the deck list, and he gives you the deck list, and you go for the tournament. I think Sixto was doing that, and he was doing really well. All right, and then on the other side we have Lifecoach and Forsen. Who is Lifecoach?
Lifecoach is Lifecoach, the one and only. You know, He's a really great guy. I love talking to him. He always has a lot of good insights on both the games and life, you know, in general, you know. He's just a great guy. No one can really hate Lifecoach, you know.
That's certainly true. Great guy, great player. He was this year, like he won a couple of tournaments in a row, I think, and he was first in the world for some time, which is a great achievement. And definitely looking to his games, I hope he plays a bit faster this time.
I hope he plays Green Pattern Warrior.
Green Pattern Warrior, yes,
That would be amazing.
Well, unfortunately, he doesn't have Warrior in his lineup, so Lifecoach is running Paladin, Druid, Warlock versus Warrior, Rogue, and Warlock from Impact. Lots of Warlock, actually. We haven't seen that much Warlock last time.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
I think that Lifecoach is pretty famous for playing the Handlock. He's like, Handlock is one of the harder decks to play in the game because you have so many options when you can tap every turn, and like the sign of a good Warlock player is someone who can play as greedy as possible and get away with it, you know. Can I tap here for cheaper Molten Giants without getting killed? Like, what is the possibility of him having the Grommash or Cruel Taskmaster and stuff like that?
Lifecoach kept Dr. Boom.
That is extremely weird, for sure. I mean, Dr. Boom is of course Dr. Boom, but you know, without the coin and in a Paladin deck, I'm really surprised he kept that, but it paid off, you know. He got the mini-bot, he got the muster into the shredder, so perfect curve here from our Lifecoach, even though he kept that Dr. Boom. Well, I don't know how he does it, but he does it.
I have to say that what you said, Forsen, you need to be greedy with Handlock. I think Lifecoach is really greedy with his plays and decks. I was watching Lifecoach at Infinity, and he was playing super greedy decks with like Paladin having Kel'Thuzad, Druid with Nourish, stuff like that. So him keeping Dr. Boom is not that surprising.
Oh my god, the Quartermaster arrives. This is insane. I've never seen such a good hand from someone keeping Dr. Boom without the coin. 3 cards to mulligan.
It's actually pretty sick.
Wow.
I think this game's going to be like a big like clash of styles because like Impact's known for playing like these face aggro decks, whereas you got Lifecoach who's like known for playing, you know, 3 top end cards. You see KT in like a lot of his decks. You see Nourish in his Druid, cards like this. Like it's really going to come down to, I think, the Warlocks. So like if you're looking at Impact, you've got to say, you know, is this guy playing Zoo? Whereas Lifecoach is going to be playing like a Handlock. And
yeah,
Impact can also be playing Demon Lock. That's also very aggressive, right? Like if we put him in the mindset.
I think that like both players has a really good starting hand. Like if I had this starting hand with the Rogue, I would be very happy. Like the only thing missing is like a 5-drop and a Fan of Knives maybe to deal with the muster. But like this is insane. If he top decks a Fan of Knives here, that would be the best. But
Lifecoach has an amazing hand as well with True Silver.
Yeah, Lifecoach is basically praying here that he does not have a Fan of Knives, and that's in fact the case.
Yeah, there's no Fan of Knives, but can still clear those dudes.
Yeah, I think I'd be looking at maybe like coin Violet Teacher, backstab her, or you can coin SI as well, but I don't know. Like,
I mean, if you coin the Violet Teacher, you're very weak to the True Silver. So I think he prefers clearing everything here because
he does not have a Blade Flurry. He can't deal with buffed dudes from the Quartermaster. So he realized that, and like he trades everything, kills everything off except for that one dude. Alright, I want to throw also that this matchup is really bad for Paladin overall. Like Rogue has a strong edge. That's why I'm so surprised that he kept Dr. Boom. Like, you need to have an insane start, which he did get in fact, but risk in a matchup that's already bad for you. Like, I have no idea why he did it. I'll have to ask him afterwards.
I think maybe Lifecoach's just line of thought there is that, you know, he just wants Boom on 7 every game. Like, the only way he's going to win is with a power play this game, and Boom obviously is one of the best, if not the best in the game, power play on turn 7. So
yeah.
Valid point. And
he opts to play the Shredder here instead of the True Silver. What do you think about that, Nimsh?
Well, if you play True Silver, you will be able to clear, but then and you probably will be able to deal with something like a Violet Teacher next turn. But then with Shredder, he is going for those power turns, as he said. So with Shredder, he will be able to keep something on board and still conceal the True Silver.
Yeah, he realizes that even though there might be a Violet Teacher coming up on turn 4, I think he's capable of dealing with it. Like, even if he trades dude here, he can use the Shredder and the 1-1 weapon to kill off the teacher. So he has a plan doing this Shredder play.
Do you think there is also like trying to bait out the sap?
No good rogue would sap a Shredder on turn 4, I think. I mean,
I think he just wants to like with this play, you're able to contest Violet Teacher. You contest the 3/3 already on the board, and it allows you to save your True Silver for Azure Drake, which is, you know, the minion you really kill against Rogue, because if they get spell power out, you get Flurry, Fan of Knives. Like against Paladin, if you get tempo, the game's almost over. So.
Oh, there is a
and
Belcher.
he picks up a Belcher. That's
very nice
really good, actually.
He can actually like go for face here. And,
I mean, you know the play is good when Lifecoach plays it instantly almost. You know that it's like the obvious play, you know?
Yeah. Well, Impact is already on 16, and Lifecoach, even though Paladin normally doesn't have burst, has the True Silver, which is for 8 points of damage. So saving True Silver might also work here for him.
Yeah, he's pressuring the Rogue big time here. We do see a Force here, however, so it's not that big of a deal. I would expect nothing else but Teacher coin sap here, though.
Definitely.
He might even consider playing the Eviscerate and stabbing the Belcher as well, and keep the SI at 3-2. So we'll see what he decides to do here. But it's gonna be a sap.
I think if you Eviscerate here, like you're going so low. Like I mean, against Paladin, you're not expecting any major burst, but still, you don't want to be at 13 life on turn 5 ever.
Why would you not attack? Like probably you are afraid of something like Unstable Ghoul, or you don't want to give him a minion that can act the next turn when he starts.
Unstable Ghoul for who?
No, I mean like SI7 instead of going for face, going for
the Shredder.
Yeah, to protect your Teacher.
There's so many different cards that can pop out that will be awkward for Impact to deal with. So he feels like, sure, the Shredder is like doing 1 more damage than my SI, but it's not worth the trade, you know. It's like, there's no way the Paladin's gonna kill me. That's not how they win this matchup usually, so yeah.
I've seen Rogue winning many times at 8 health, because like at some point the attack stopped and Paladin is behind and Rogue is doing the shenanigans, like big flurry and taking the game.
At some point you just blow them out with oil flurry. It's just they can never really. With Paladin you never really have a big tempo play against Rogue. Like Equality Consecrate's pretty indifferent. So
yeah, I like trading the Shredder here with the Teacher, killing it off, and then playing the Belcher again.
Yeah,
I think that's the optimal line of play here.
One thing to talk about as well is this Dr. Boom is going to cause Impact a lot of trouble. Like if you look at Impact's hand right now, he has no efficient way to deal with it really.
He does have the Thanos Eviscerate, and together with a backstab that could be really good. That's not a bad 2-drop. Most of the time you prefer the ones with more health than damage, the 2/3s before the 3/2s.
Well, that's a really nice draw.
Yeah, but we're most likely gonna see is the Eviscerate here on the Belcher, and then trade everything, dagger up again.
Does Lifecoach need a consecration, or is Dr. Boom fine on 7?
I think you gotta play Boom here for sure.
Yeah, Boom is just really good here because the minions all have 1 HP, so the bomb boots like. Oh, he's not gonna trade. This is really weird.
I think
he's pushing for damage.
If you're keeping Dr. Boom in your starting hand, you want to play it on turn 7.
Yeah.
I'm actually very surprised that it did not trade that 3/3 with a 2/3. I guess he's playing around Consecrate to get that 3 extra damage or something, but I don't think it's worth it actually.
Why not?
Because if he doesn't have that Consecrate, then you keep your Thanos alive, and the Thanos with spell power, you have another Eviscerate, and you have a Drake, so that's actually a 6 damage Eviscerate for the Dr. Boom if that were to drop down, you know.
So you're getting that damage back, basically.
Yeah.
It lets you just run in the 1/1 as well into the 7/7 instead of having to. Like here, he might have to actually poke it with his dagger or run the 3/3 in. So.
Impact looking at Lifecoach, face impression. Wow, that's there though.
Oh man, NA versus.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This is. Having that extra 1 damage on the Eviscerate would have been really... Oh, and he picks up the Fan of Knives.
That's probably the best draw in his deck,
Yeah, I mean, Acid Drake, Eviscerate, prep Fan of Knives here is super good.
It's an insane turn. And this is what I was talking about with the Paladin. Like, he's just going to get blown out here, and then if unless the boom bots do serious work, like, he's not going to have an efficient way to take back the board.
Yeah, for sure.
There are not that many comeback cards, even though he has heal bots. is behind on board after this play.
Yeah, he needs to pick up board clear somehow. And he needs to get lucky with the boombots here. He needs to kill off the Acid Drake if possible. Maybe the SI would be enough, but since he has that true silver, but he needs to kill off something. The 1-1 on the face is not good enough. And
wow.
I'm sorry, Lifecoach. I didn't mean to jinx you, man. That's horrible for Lifecoach.
Well,
I think
Belcher's not terrible.
No, but I think you need to kill off the Ash Drake here with the True Silver.
Sure.
give you such an awkward turn though.
Yeah,
Looking at like
you will have to play Knife Juggler and
hero
Dude.
power. Yeah.
But if you survive, you can stabilize this game for sure. You have both Belcher and Anti-Kill bots coming up, so
I think with the true silver players, Impact is going to be 1 damage off lethal, right?
I haven't actually seen.
Fan of Knives Oil.
It's gonna take 11. Yeah, exactly.
So
1 damage of lethal, for sure.
He used double eviscerate already. If he picks up like a deadly poison, that's
deadly
it.
Poison,
Mhm. Yeah, he has some outs, I guess. He can't really fish for it because the oil is so expensive. So he has to get a poison or backstab. No, backstab does not do anything.
Alright, the knife.
It
doesn't
hits.
have anything.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
really.
it doesn't really matter. Maybe it was even better for it to go face. I don't know. But
And that's it.
oh wow.
That's it. That should be it. Like he was 1 damage off, so now he just needs to count
Yeah.
damage. That's 6, 9.
Sure,
10,
he's gonna
12.
see it.
I mean, Lifecoach made the play to win here, but it didn't pay off. But I still think it was the better play for sure. So
Yeah, I feel like
playing the Belcher is just too passive here. You need to take board control back before you start playing those defensive cards like Healbot and Belcher.
this is just one of those games in Rogue against Paladin where, like, as I was saying, you just get blown out 1 turn, and then from there on your decisions don't really matter because the Rogues just keep wiping your board every turn.
Yeah, I mean that matchup was expected to go for
Yeah.
Impact's
Yeah,
favor.
sure.
Like, so I mean, Lifecoach can't be too displeased with that. I mean, he was getting close, but he shouldn't win that matchup.
Yeah, I think with Lifecoach's lineup as well, like you're expecting to drop a game against Rogue with like Druid, Paladin, Warlock. Like
Mhm.
you're at some point it's gonna happen. Like Rogue
We
does Rogue
see
things.
Impact rolling the dice for next deck choice. A lot of players are starting to do that. I still like the mind games part though.
Yeah, definitely. I like how Impact looks right now. He's like super smart, and super confident, and it shows the experience from Yu-Gi-Oh and other card games.
Yeah, it's definitely a big advantage, I think. But a Lifecoach is the same. If there's someone that you would put on not being able to mind game in a tournament, like Lifecoach is like concrete, basically. Yeah.
True. All right, so Impact is having a lead 1-0 versus Lifecoach. His rogue is out, and right now he takes the warrior.
Yeah, this is gonna be pretty good for Lifecoach. And yet again, we see him with an insane starting hand. The only thing that needs to drop out of that hand is equality. For now.
Yeah, throw it away.
That unstable goal is really going to be nice for Impact, though.
For sure. And that Armor Smith is gonna
Yeah.
be able to poke off dudes. Well, this is Green Patron Warrior actually. We see the slam. This is
Yeah.
for sure Green Patron Warrior.
There was a big chance it's Green Pattern because the cards were similar, but you couldn't be sure. Now I've.
Yeah, the Armor
sure
Smith put me off a bit, but
Unstable goal's not. I mean,
We
I
actually
guess
seen
you
it
do,
yesterday a
don't
couple of times. So like-
Unstable Ghoul is has been used in the Warrior Control Warrior.
yeah.
I think Lothar used it.
Lothar used it.
Yeah.
And,
you? Lothar was
one
playing.
person.
Lothar was playing a list that Fibonacci held #1 last season, all on NA. I think.
Yeah,
it
but that was during the hard era of the Aggro Hunter, right?
Yeah,
So I think it's a bit out of date to have Unstable Ghoul
Yeah.
in Warrior. I prefer that Whirlwind.
For sure.
Oh man, he even got the shielded mini bot and a coin.
Yeah, the Shield Minibot is not that great. I think he will. Oh my god, he got the War Axe as well. This is one of the best. The only thing lacking from Impact's hand is the Acolyte here. Acolyte is super good versus Paladin. This matchup, contrary to the classical Control Warrior versus Paladin, is actually favored towards the Green Patron.
Yeah.
Like really favored in my opinion. It's like maybe 70% towards the
Paladin
Green
is
Patron.
favored versus the Green Patron.
No, the Warrior. Green Patron.
Warrior is
Warrior,
favored. Yeah,
yeah.
because
Yeah.
they are dudes, so you can always attack into.
You always
Yeah,
get.
there's a lot of stuff for the Paladin that just buffs your Green Patron into more Green Patrons.
Yeah.
And they can't really clear the board either unless they have both Equality and Consecrate, because if you just Consecrate a board with Grim Patrons, and some of them will have 3 health and they will spawn more Grim Patrons, so
You've always got a lot of targets for Whirlwind as well with Frothing. So like when you Warsong your Frothing, you're like always guaranteeing like at least 7 or 8 damage usually.
So here, only the Armor Smith is really a good play, because you know that there's a possibility of muster next turn.
Yeah.
You can't play the Unstable Ghoul because that won't do much. I mean, it will kill everything, but he can just wait and true silver the Unstable Ghoul and then play the muster. So having the Armor Smith here and then into the Axe to clear off everything is really good.
Yeah, both players have a really nice hand actually. But
Yeah, but it always favors, if both players have a really good hand, it always
The
favors the class that is favored in the
favored,
matchup. Yeah.
yeah. Definitely.
So he armors here, and that's really weird play to me, because you actually want to take that damage to face so you can use the Battle Rage.
Yeah.
Well,
And there is a Battle Rage, so...
Or would you Battle Rage here? You probably have to still Fireworks the Juggler.
Might just be looking at War.
No, but eventually, like, you won't take that early damage, because sometimes you can, after taking that early point of damage to face, you can always armor up and stay above 30 health anyway, so... You need to take the damage, and he did take the damage now, but I mean, if he would have had an Armor Smith there, he could have poked the shield of the mini-bot.
Maybe he's favoring Armor Smith for the Whirlwind effects. Like he wants to have Armor Smith after having a couple of minutes on board.
Unstable Ghoul's going to be really nice for Impact. That's if he even goes with it. He might just Whirlwind, but...
Interesting. I like how Battle Rage actually made it back to the metagame.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the old Battle Rage? Just drawing a card for every damage target on
that
board?
was pretty insane.
Yeah.
It got changed within like a month, right?
Yeah.
Like
I kind of like the Unstable Ghoul here more, because it's mana efficient.
yeah.
But he's gonna opt to slam here and play Ghoul most likely.
That's not bad.
This is fine.
You're
as
able
well.
to like just cycle the slam to get something else. Like, you
Yeah,
still need
but I
cards.
prefer saving it for other minions like Shredder, Belchers in this matchup.
I mean, this just guarantees the 2-1 Ghoul in the next turn.
Yeah.
By the way, Lifecoach is playing double anti-Q bot.
Yeah, that's pretty okay in this matchup, because if you can hold out until you get your equality consecrate to board clear the Green Patrons, you can actually win this, but I think he needs stronger minions right now. Having 2 heal bots in the hand is not really good right now.
I think if Lifecoach recognizes the deck he's playing against, he'll just true Silver Pass here. Like, no one's playing Harrison and Patron Warrior, so you're never going to get punished for this play.
He might even consider a dude though, because like if you get a dude out, then you can always every turn you can trade with the Emperor on turn. If you don't have minions, like he will just kill this mini bot, and then he will try to kill every minion that Lifecoach plays from now on. So he needs to start preemptively making dudes so he can take care of that Russian, you know.
Yeah.
Well, Russian is going to drop in 2 turns, so...
Yeah, Taurus
So
is
it's
going to
fine.
be really nice with this hand. If you see like cards like Whirlwind, Execute, you really want those 1 mana spells in your hand when Taurus hits the board.
It's really interesting how the matchup flipped, actually. Normally, Paladin has an advantage versus the Control Warrior, and right now, versus the Green Patron. The Green Patron has...
I wonder though if Lifecoach actually knows this is Green Patron, because we have only seen Unstable Goal, and we saw that yesterday from Lothar playing that in Control Warrior, so he might not even be sure. And seeing this Armor Smith actually might make him think that it is in fact Control
Yeah, it looks like
Warrior.
Control Warrior.
Yeah.
There was nothing...
I mean, the only...
What about
the weird,
Slam?
Yeah, Slam is a really weird card in Control Warrior, but I mean, Impact is a player who uses weird cards sometimes in decks, and Lifecoach might recognize that, but I still think that he should know that it's Grim Patron Warrior.
I feel like with like the strength of scouting around Lifecoach as well, teammates with RDU, Tice, Lothar, like you've got to feel like he'll have a grasp on the meta, what's going on. So
Oh yeah, he's getting information from the guys for sure.
yeah.
But then again, like knowing or not knowing will not change his plays that much.
Yeah, it's been pretty indifferent this game.
So...
I think there's only 1 play this turn.
Emperor Toriso
Yeah.
and kill the Juggler.
Yeah.
You drop to 18, you have Torison, and you have some...
Actually, yeah, I'm not sure about Emperor. I mean, you can wait 1 turn if you want. could just armor up and then you can whirlwind.
Your turn's so bad if you don't Taurus on there though. Like,
Alright, but the power of Ragnaros, he has the power.
Yeah, he has one of the two of the combo cards actually. I mean, the whirlwind is somewhat of a combo card as well, but having that commanding shout and the charger getting reduced in cost is really important. The whirlwind is also really nice to have for 0 mana, because it's one of the combo cards as well.
Battle Rage.
Lifecoach has a pretty easy turn. I think
Yeah,
Shredded
this,
Dude
yeah,
is
for sure.
So it seems like, would you say Impact doesn't draw the cards he needs?
yeah. He has a really clunky hand.
I would say that if he picks up a Green Patron, he should be, and that is also a
That's
good
also
card.
really nice.
Actually, I would consider playing. Yeah, I would play Warsong Commander and Acolyte, Whirlwind,
Yeah.
and Battle Rage here, just to draw into more cards.
Just filter your hand into something totally else.
You're okay to sacrifice one Green Patron here because you really want to. No, I mean
Your
a Warsong
Warsong.
Commander, yeah, because you really want that that Green Patron out. That is the MVP card of this matchup.
Yeah, you really need to get the combo, like the combo cards into your hand. Like the Warsong's fine, but just with this hand, it's never going to do anything.
Yeah,
if you
in this
don't
matchup you
cycle.
can actually play a naked Green Patron and the Whirlwind or Slam it or something like that, because they don't usually have a good answer for it.
Would you
so
even consider Execute on Pilot Shredder? Depending
on what you draw,
Yeah,
yeah,
also.
you might draw into something you want more. If you draw into like a Cruel Taskmaster, that's nice. You can Cruel your Acolyte and then run the charged Cruel Taskmaster into the 4/2 Shredder and then trade the Acolyte with whatever pops out of the Shredder. So we're most likely gonna see this play here.
Sure, Impact's been tracking cards though, and you know that Lifecoach has been holding the 2 far left cards.
Oh, I can't believe he used that card. That is such an important card though. You should definitely have Whirlwind first to see what it picks up. I don't like using that commanding shot because that is such an important card in this matchup for the Green Patron.
I think he
And
messed up the sequencing a bit because the rope was there and he was running all the time.
Maybe this is a deck
That's
that
it.
Impact doesn't have a lot of experience with as well.
yeah,
It's-
we saw that from Alesh playing that deck yesterday. Like, if you can't play this deck at a very, very high level and with experience, it's gonna bite you in the ass, you know.
Yeah, for sure. There's
So-
a lot of incremental decision making and mental arithmetic. Definitely.
Lifecoach might be tempted to play the Consecrate here, but I think that the Dr. Boom is the proper play here.
Dr. GG.
Dr.
Yeah.
Boom
Sure.
is green and it's turn 7.
Yeah.
As usual, you have to play it.
There's a problem though with that, and that's the fact that he has to execute. So if he plays Dr. Boom here, and he doesn't get something like a taunt from the Shredder, he can actually just attack with the Acolyte into Dr. Boom and execute.
I feel like if you're
Shredder-
playing Boom, you definitely trade Shredder first though, because if you trade
Yeah,
and
of
get
course.
Doomsayer, it's
I mean, the only card that can really screw you up is Mana Wraith and
Doomsayer.
Spider. The Doomsayer is quite okay. I mean,
Well,
doesn't kill your Dr. Boom.
Even if you lose Dr. Boom to execute here, that is one execute out and you still have Sky Golems, you might have the Kel'Thuzad, you still have Tyrion.
I feel like Impact's still in a fine spot. You can trade in, execute the 7/7, maybe in Stable Ghoul.
Yeah, I think it's the reason he's not attacking immediately is because he's
And a Battle Array.
thinking of battle raging here, and I think it's fine.
It's just 2 mana Arcane Intellect.
Yeah, it's fine. But he does have a lot of cards here actually. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He will draw 2 cards up to 9, and then he trades that, and he will draw 10 cards, and that's
Uses execute. So
yeah,
it's
that,
fine.
so he shouldn't use the battle rage here actually.
Yeah.
Oh, he still needs a Green Patron and a Warsong.
Yeah, so that is the second whirlwind and the last whirlwind. Like, it's very like nice to use here, but he's gonna have to find other ways to combo with the Green Patron then. But it's okay. He has a Cruel Taskmaster and he has a Death Spite.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is fine. As well.
Oh, he's actually playing the Shredder. I wonder if he's playing the same version as I am.
Well, we've seen the Shredder in the opening hand, mulligan the way.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, for card for card right now, it's looking like
You are
the
not
list I'm
playing
using.
Armorsmith.
No, I'm not. Yeah, exactly. Armor Smiths are.
I think,
I think he's adding those because of Freeze Mage.
yeah, for sure. I think if you know Lifecoach though, you gotta know that, you know, Lifecoach he's never been a Freeze Mage player really, has he? I don't think I've ever seen him play that deck, even on ladder.
Yeah, that's weird because it's such a strong deck, and I think he would recognize that and play it a lot more in tournaments.
Yeah. I feel like some players though, like there's been decks, like I remember when back when Tice was winning everything, I think like last year, and he was playing a lot of Druid, but like some players sometimes they're so good at some decks that they just get predictable, and then but
Here you just go for face.
I think you no. I think you choose.
Warriors at 9. Like if you go for face, you still have like 6 damage next turn.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because he can always armor up, and he has armor. You've seen the armor smith. There's possibility of unstable ghouls. We see one in his hand.
I feel like
Going hand is like going face is really risky. Like if you had a Tyrion in your hand, you could probably do it, but
your hand quality is so poor.
yeah,
Like,
you only have defensive cards like HearthVoD, and that's not gonna help killing your opponent.
you gotta be looking at a long drawn out game right now.
Well,
with
you
the
have the
double heal
Shredder
bot.
on board. And you know this is not the Conquer Warrior.
Yeah, but
Trying to grab that opportunity and steal the win before anything
yeah,
happens.
I mean it might work. It's not going to work out because we see unstable ghoul, but it's
Gotta look at
okay
Cruel
play.
Taskmaster, I think.
Yeah, I think you play the Frothing here as well.
Yeah.
Use one Frothing, and then you play the unstable ghoul to protect your Frothing and even buff it.
Also, going for face is a valid option because he doesn't really have anything else. Like double anti-heal bot doesn't support any plan. Just
Yeah.
stalling the game.
So there you see the trade.
Alright, the Shredder is going to drop.
That's the second page.
It's fish.
Average.
It's yeah.
It's alright.
Yeah.
It's not terrible.
He should not play the ghoul before he attacks because then
Yeah.
he's really weak to consecrate. Consecrate will clear his whole board. So
Double consecrate is lethal.
yeah, it is.
He still needs to armor
No,
up.
it's not. He
He might-
armors up.
He might not even
Yeah, but
attack with Dash
that's still
Bite.
lethal.
He could just. He could
If
just
he kills the yeah.
Double consecrate is lethal.
Oh, double constraint. Yeah. But he's gonna go ahead and attack here. Play the unstable ghoul afterwards. That's better play.
Lethal. No, you armor
No.
up.
No. Here he's on.
Owl is lethal, which we know Lifecoach runs. We saw it in the mulligan. So
Yeah. So second consecrate here or owl is lethal.
Impact is waiting with well played.
Tyrion.
pretty good.
It's pretty good, yeah. If he attacks here into the ghoul, he's gonna have a hard time removing that divine shield from Tyrion with having one Cruel Taskmaster gone and two whirlwinds.
Yeah, he's used an execute.
What
as well.
about using the consecration this turn? Yeah, you attack with True Silver into the goal. and then you
I mean,
consecrate the board.
Tyrion's so good here though.
Yeah,
like,
like you have no follow up for consecrate. Like you don't want to play a heal bot here, so playing the Tyrion is most likely gonna be the best play because you can actually, if he kills the Tyrion and even if he armors up, you can kill him next turn with the swing and
Yeah.
consecrate.
Yeah.
So
the issue is he's got to deal with the divine shield, then the 6/6, and then you've got the Ashbringer. So like, there's Patron Warrior has no really effective way. Like you don't have any Harrison blowouts. Or
Yeah. So it seems like the Ashbringer is the game changer here.
Yeah, for sure.
You can also like limit the board to just one minion. A big minion for sure, but only one.
For justice.
Alright, so Lifecoach is going to trust
yeah, this is the
light.
turn that I was talking about where wasting that commanding shout earlier on for basically only a card draw on the Acolyte, like that's gonna bite him really badly here.
Second Shredder. not
This-
Yeah, he's desperately looking for a way to deal with this. Charger is, Slam is
Slam's
good.
Nice.
Inner Rage, is 1 or 2 executes gone?
He's
One.
still dead to Ashbringer.
I mean,
There's a second execute.
the game's over.
Yeah,
right?
he
There's-
doesn't get the Armor Smith,
there's-
which he needs desperately.
I think there's no sequence of plays Impact can do which win him the game with the consecrating hand, is there?
Not right now. There was some cards he could have drawn, but now it's
It's game over.
Game over.
Yeah.
Well, Impact doesn't know it yet. Like he can armor up and
Yeah.
then he's safe to Ashbringer, but
Of course, but
from our perspective,
Yeah, this is over. Lifecoach is gonna be pretty happy to seeing this. No Armor Smith, no Ghoul.
I think this is a really big win for Lifecoach. as
Yeah,
well, in terms of the matchups.
Exactly.
Paladin was like in a really bad spot overall. Paladin could never. Maybe
If it was handlock, if Impact brought handlock, he had a good chance of beating that with his Paladin. But If it was anything like Sue, it would have been problematic to get a win here. And
Yeah.
well played by Lifecoach, taking that risk, going face with the True Silver. But if it weren't for that top deck Tyrion, that would not have worked
Yeah.
out. So
Iron
that's
Beak Owl was actually lethal.
yeah.
Well, I
So
mean, he's playing.
instead of getting Tyrion, he could get Iron Beak Owl, and he got it.
No, it wasn't, because then he wouldn't have a weapon.
Yeah, he
No,
wouldn't
he had
have
the
had
True
the
Silver. And
No,
considered-
he used True
that was
Silver on the
turn
ghoul.
after.
Yeah, but like if he gets Iron Beak, he silences.
No,
the
no,
ghoul.
yeah. He drew Tyrion the turn the ghoul was out, and then he attacked with True Silver,
Yeah.
played Tyrion.
Yeah.
So if he'd have drawn the owl the turn,
Oh, instead
when
of
he played
Tyrion.
the
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
lethal as well.
I mean, he's still though like playing that. You're giving yourself about 2 outs,
Yeah.
3 outs.
Yeah, like the second concentration one,
Yeah.
Tyrion,
I think
one Iron
second
Beak.
Kong Owl Tyrion, like the game.
Not sure if he plays Black Knight, but I don't think so.
But on the other hand, it was only because he gave himself a chance to draw those cards. Like he was making a decision to go for face with True Silver,
Yeah,
and then grabbing that chance to win. the
I'm
game.
sure he'll have done the math. It's life coach.
All right, so Impact versus Lifecoach, game number 3.
So-
Zoo versus Druid.
It is Sue. He plays Argent Squires.
Oh, life coach throwing away. I think you have to throw away swipe.
Yeah. If you don't have a coin,
It's
you
in-
definitely
can't
it's way too
keep
slow.
it,
Way
yeah.
too slow.
I mean, this matchup is just so terrible for the Druid. I feel like unless you get like a super blowout turn with Keeper of the Grove early on, like you're looking at.
What do you guys think about Argent Squire?
It's really good. I think it kills the gnomes, which is a big deal with Face Hunter being so popular.
It's an anti-aggro card basically.
If you're playing double Argus, I imagine this is Sixers list with double Sea Giant.
Yeah.
So if you're playing double Argus as well, like, and plus if you stack up on your 1-drops, it makes your Sea Giants better. So
It's also like overall good card with all the buffs, like different Argus and
Abusive
Abusive
Sergeant.
Sergeant.
Yeah.
Do you like keeping the implosion here? Like if you play Argent Squire turn 1, Knife Juggler turn 2, and then coining implosion turn 3. Oh, he gets the gang boss. That's so huge.
I think you're just looking for your curve here really against Druid. Like the way you win is just by playing 3/2s. Like in this matchup, it's so tough for the Druid to come back from early on.
And we can already see that Lifecoach is playing his version of the greedy Nourish deck.
it's-
This is a really good hand for the Sue lock here. He opts to coin out the Knife Juggler. I'm not sure about this play. What do you think here?
I think this is fine. Like you've got Squire. Squire's like a pretty flexible card. You can go Juggler, Imp Gang Boss, and it's like it's very resistant to swipe, which is a big deal, and it's
Yeah.
resistant to.
A Wrath would have been pretty painful here though.
Yeah.
Only Wrath though. Like I love.
I'll Innovate
Carding
Keeper.
No, actually, yeah, Innovate Keeper and then Wild Growth Keeper would have been nice as well.
Yeah. I think if I don't think you can ever play around Innovate. Sometimes
Yeah.
you just gotta be like, if they have it, they have it.
Yeah, that's how usually it works with Sue and other kinds of aggro deck. You just smork and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Oh man, this Shadow Naxxramas will be so threatened.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I believe if this is Life Coach's list with Nourish, I don't think he plays Druid of the Claw, does he? Which
Oh
is
man,
wow.
that's so
that's
huge.
almost
That's
guaranteed kill on the Shade here
That's
with
an
2
insane
drops.
draw.
And Shade
Yeah.
is dead.
Oh.
That's the Shade, and that's
Oh wow, the BM dropping from Impact.
Showing
I
some
mean-
character.
I mean, Lifecoach is one of those players who gets really tilted when people emote. There are a few of those players who likes to squelch their opponent. Maybe Lifecoach has
Oh,
already
top deck's a
squelched.
swipe.
It's not that
It
great.
doesn't do
Well,
anything.
it is something.
And
like,
Innervate
without-
would have been insane for the Force of Nature, but Swipe here does basically nothing.
I think.
Well, it
yeah,
kills at
this-
least one minion.
This game, you've got Argus coming down next turn.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to be if you're in Life Coach's position, like you've got to be
Oh
worried
come on!
about this
Just-
game.
You have to appreciate what you have. Like instead of swipe, what would you do? Shapeshift the Squire?
I mean,
yeah.
Swipe or no swipe, it won't really help him unless.
Savage Roar the Juggler.
I feel the best course of action
I
this
mean-
game is to alt F4. like,
Actually,
with
if
the
he
Druid.
if he picks up like, what can he pick up here? I don't actually know. This is so hard with that Argus coming down.
Triple Innovate Deathwing.
Like even Poison Seeds, not doing much.
No, it is definitely not.
Poison Seeds into
I
Concede.
guess Innervate is still the play if you get Innervate, Force of Nature, and clear 3 minions. But that's it.
I feel like bringing decks like this though against Life Coaches, you're never going to outgreed Life Coach. So you got to go to the other side of the equilibrium. You know, you got to push him as much as you can for playing cards like Nourish. Like this is a really big matchup for Impact as well because I don't know the Druid against Patron. I don't think it's as good as if he gets the Zoo against the Handlock and Life Coach gets a win with the Handlock, like it's going to be problematic for Impact, I guess, because I can't imagine Patron Warrior being that great against Handlock. I'm not sure though of the matchup.
Well, Impact takes game number 3 and extends the lead 2-1 versus Lifecoach, so he is down to his Patron Warrior, and Lifecoach still has that Druid and Warlock, which is, I believe, Handlock, because...
Yeah, I mean, you've got to assume with Lifecoach, like...
So how does Patron do versus Handlock and Druid?
It does very, very poorly versus Handlock because of Hellfire, Shadow Flames. They have
Yeah.
so much removal. Even when they get the Molten Giants up, you have a really hard time dealing with them because usually you use your executes on like the Giants in the start
Yeah.
to survive. It's a really horrible matchup against Handlock. It's better against Druid. It's especially better against like a bit greedier Druid like this Lifecoach with Nourish and stuff that buys you a bit more time for your combos. The Commanding Shout is MVP in these matchups for sure, so I hope it won't be using them as it did versus the Paladin.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that Commanding Shout is just down to an experience with the deck.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh man, the greedy coach gets the wild
double
growth.
wild growth.
The
yeah.
deck suddenly starts to work.
If you see something like I mean, I'm not sure if Lifecoach is still playing it, but I know he did play Sky Golem.
He
with,
loves Sky Golem,
Norwich,
sure,
yeah,
yeah.
so...
Impact has a really good hand though as well for this matchup.
oh, wow.
Wow, that is actually insane.
One of the best draws in his deck. I feel like if he picks up something like a Sky Golem here, or like even like Dr. Boom or Ancient of Law, like
Yeah,
Lifecoach is
even a
hand.
Nourish is fine here with
Oh, yeah.
double wild growth and drawing that 3 cards. Shade is going down. He's
He
thinking
might not
about
even
wild.
shade here,
No, I think this is an obvious shade play because you can curve out without the wild growth here.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and you can use the wild growth in the end to draw a card. Or as a filler, like whatever you do.
I mean, we know it's
Like,
Lifecoach though. He's
Playing the
gonna
Acid Drake is not very good because you know there
Especially
will be a Death Spite,
Spite,
so or
Well,
likely to be a Death Spite.
You can't play Azure Drake.
Yeah, I mean he considers
wild
wild
growth
growth
here,
here and he can play it next
then
turn.
he,
Oh, right, right.
Oh, he does go for it.
He does go for it. I mean, it's gonna be 1 turn earlier than. Oh, he's picking up the.
Yeah,
Well, Lifecoach still might opt to just play the Shade next
This
turn.
is-
and
this
hero
is-
power.
I actually like
this is
the Froling Berserker here more than the Acolyte because
Yeah.
next turn you can play Acolyte and Whirlwind and attack with
Ooh.
that buff.
Do you nourish?
No,
what are you
you don't
looking
nourish.
for though with Nourish? Like,
Yeah, you play either Isidrek or you're thinking of silencing that Acolyte, but I think the Isidrek is just really good.
if you've gone down the line of play where you wild growth instead of shading, I
Yeah.
think you gotta be consistent and play the Azure
I think that was a
Drake
slight
here.
mistake though, not playing Shade of Naxxramas. Maybe against Control Warrior this would have been better, but you want to have a Shade versus Scream Patron so you can trade with Frodings and Acolytes without giving
Yeah.
them any more cards than they want.
Lifecoach's hand now is a bit clunky. Like unless he picks up something good here from the Azure Drake, like next turn he's looking at like Keep for the Grove or just like an off-turn Shade or Nourish, just looking for cards. So he's
Mhm.
gonna have a pretty slow hand if he doesn't pick up something great here.
I'm thinking about Nourish here because there is nothing is threatening. Like this Acolyte is not doing that much, not representing that much card draw as well for a moment. So you might not have time to play Nourish later. But then, as you said, like Azure Drake is giving him a card anyway, and it's
Mhm.
body
Yeah.
on board.
Yeah,
You gotta Death Spite this.
yeah.
right?
There's no other
That's-
play here for
yeah.
sure.
I mean, you could do something funky like Slam Whirlwind trade, but it's just Death Spite is the only reasonable play here, I think.
Death Spite is also good because you set up Death Spite for next turn.
Yeah,
And
and
you
you
can
know,
do 5 damage.
Lifecoach likes his big stuff as well.
Yeah.
So you want to save the slam for the for triggering the execute.
Yeah. It's very nice to take with damage to your face as well, so you can use that Battle Rage as well next turn for even
Yeah.
more cards. Ancient of
Ooh.
Lore, not a bad top deck for next turn, but
It's a
for now he needs to deal with that Acolyte before the Whirlwind effect, so he needs to Wrath here and then
Wrath Shade.
Yeah, he could even consider silencing a Wrath, which is better on the curve, and that's what he's going to do.
Silence Wrath.
That will though end up as food for the Death Spite next turn, so
Yeah.
Which is alright, I believe. Like
it's better if he attacks face with the Death Spite, and like he might consider doing that if he has another Acolyte, for example.
I think maybe he's just looking at baiting the Death Spite with the Keeper of the Grove so he can play Law uncontested
Exactly,
next
yeah.
turn.
So it's good. Like you silence, you deny the card draw, and you also bait out the split attack. If Impact decides to.
Yeah, there's not really a lot of stuff you want to silence against the warrior. The keeper might be useful sometimes if they have like a 3-3 patron and a 3-2. You can kill off the 3-2 with the keeper and then Wrath something.
Yeah, I imagine Druid has a pretty tough time dealing with.
I mean, keeping the Wrath here is okay because you can kill stuff like the Warsong or Green Patrons, but the fact that you know that your opponent is running Battle Rage is gonna do pretty bad here.
You might see a relatively big frothing next turn.
And I might, if you want to attack there, I might even consider attacking the Acolyte. Just to like set up for swipe next turn, because this will take 1 damage from. Yeah, so if he attacked the Acolyte here, he would have actually been able to swipe this Frothing Berserker or a Grim Patron like. This is not a Grim Patron, but yeah, Frothing Berserker or any other kinds of like Shredder or whatever.
This is a great turn for Impact, drawing 3 cards, dealing with the.
It's actually crazy how different this deck plays than the Thunder Warrior.
Yeah,
it's a completely different deck now.
It was actually a very big mistake not attacking the Acolyte, because now if he wants to kill that with a hero powered Acolyte, he can't use the Shade. It would have been perfect if that Acolyte was at 1 HP, because then he could play Shade and swipe for 7 mana. It would have been a really good turn.
Issue now is you can't really play Lore onto this board.
No, absolutely not.
You can't play Lore.
You're swiping this. This is for sure.
I feel like you might even nourish.
Why would you swipe? You can actually Wrath, yeah.
No, I think you want to swipe, because swipe is useless against Green Patrons, but Wrath is really good against Green Patrons. So you want to keep that. That is one of the best cards you can keep in your hand for that Green Patron. So swipe and Shade is probably the better play, leaving that up at 1 HP. It's a bit bummer.
Well, Acolyte is not doing much.
Yeah, but it's still a Battle Rage
it's a Battle Rage target.
Yeah,
it's crazy. You've seen one already.
And also it's like he can trade it into something and execute next turn. So it's like it's a bit of a pain to not attack that. And I think Lifecoach realizes his mistake.
It's really insane how the dynamic of this deck changes all of your plays based around Patron. Like.
Yeah. That was what I was talking about. Like, it's so crazy.
Every play you talk about, it's like, oh, this is better against Patron, whereas in normal.
I don't think that Lifecoach is too experienced playing against this kind of deck. Swipe is actually less useful than Wrath is, so using the Wrath here instead of Swipe is a bit of a mistake in my opinion.
Well, to be honest, it's a new deck, and is it that popular on ladder?
It is not that popular yet, but I think we'll see a lot more of it in the near future, especially after this tournament.
This is going to be a really nice turn.
The reason why this deck is not popular is because it's so hard to play. Like I've seen a lot of players like trying it out, like talking to me like they go 0-5 and they try the deck, and like when I first started playing this deck, I lost like 80% the first day, and after the second day I started winning a lot. So
if Impact, couldn't he have Whirlwinded first and then in a rage the patron that's made, so he has two health patrons instead of a 1 health one?
He gets one more. He gets one more patron this way, so this is the better order
for sure. His swipe is less than satisfactory here for sure. I think it doesn't. Does it even one fall? It doesn't.
No.
It just makes 2 new patrons and kills.
There's only one play here, I think.
What, just force?
No, you can't really force.
What about?
I think you need to wait.
You could like.
Well, you can keeper and swipe and face 2 patrons.
You can't swipe. You used keeper and hero power. Innovate out Shade possibly. You keeper the 3-2 and attack the 5-1, and then you play Shade.
This is so bad for.
If you had imagine if you had a Wrath here.
Yeah.
This would have been so. He could have actually cleared the board.
Yeah, with Wrath he can clear the board.
This is so bad for Lifecoach. Law here is definitely. I wouldn't be. He's gonna Law, draw, and hero power and innovate hero power, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm still amazed by this deck, and that's the beauty of Hearthstone and the new cards.
Oh, he plays. Oh, wow.
Wait,
that's.
What is he thinking about?
I have no idea.
Actually, no. I know exactly what he's planning to do. He's planning to Asudric swipe next turn and then trade the Shade with the 3-3 before that.
Wait, what's...
How much damage is this, by the way?
Does he have...
9,
lethal?
10?
No. This is 6, 9, 12. No, it's not. It's not enough because you can't. You don't have board for.
You can Warsong and like double slam your own patrons.
No, I think you trade. There's no lethal here, so there's no point to trying
I
to
think
get.
you're guaranteed trading the 5-1 into the 5-5.
Wait,
right?
actually, wait. If you play your Warzone Commander and then you play your Frothing and then you trade your Acolyte into the 5-5, that will get 2 damage for the Frothing.
What is he?
Actually, it might be close to lethal. I have to calculate this.
I think going face with the 5-1, he must have counted something.
4
unless he's
damage plus
That's 10. No,
18.
doesn't seem like it's lethal.
He would have had lethal.
How?
Was it?
It was lethal. If he played the Warsong and the
Yeah.
Floating Berserker and he attacked with the Acolyte into the...
Yeah, I thought it
It's
was.
still lethal though, now, because he picked up that inner rage, but...
Is it?
No, he attacked already with the... Yeah, okay, but he would have had lethal with the Floating Berserker there, I'm pretty sure.
But throwing Berserker is only at +2.
One?
I think Lifecoach can't clear the whole board, can
Because like you
No,
play-
he slams as well.
no mana for that. He has 7 mana.
I don't
Oh,
even.
yeah, he has 7 mana, you're right. Yeah, I thought he had 8.
I mean, I think
He would have, that inner rage as well
Lifecoach
would have
can't.
been a lot of damage.
Lifecoach
Yeah,
can't
but
clear
he
the
drew
whole
into
board.
inner range.
Yeah, he drew into it, yeah.
Even as your Drake swipe, you leave 2 patrons up.
You actually leave no patrons up because you attack with the shade into a 3-3 first, and then you swipe
Oh,
the
yeah.
3-3. So you clear the board here, which was the plan of Lifecoach.
But then
and
he's still dead to
He's dead.
Warzone.
He's dead to Warsong Commander. No,
No,
he's one off, right? Or 2 off.
yeah, he's 1 off. Oh, no. It depends. He can lethal if he draws it into rage with that slam. In rage with the slam.
I feel like
Didn't he use both of them?
Did he? Yeah, he did actually. He used one in the first time when he played the Green Patron.
I feel like you just a quick Death Spy and hit face there. Like,
I
because
think
then with Warsong, Frothing, Slam, in the Whirlwind.
I
effect
no
from
no.
Death
I
Spy.
think you. Yeah. You can
think-
do that. Yeah, it's nice.
I would have just Death Spy and hit face. I think.
Oh, so he's gonna go face then. Okay.
I don't.
That is weird play.
I think if you just Death Spite hit face, you win even through law heal, right? Like,
This is really bad that he didn't kill that Asterake because now if he gets a taunt, if Lifecoach gets a taunt, he can just survive.
like you know,
but-
I think he must, like, Impact must know, I think, based on the deck. If he's seen Nourish, if he knows what Lifecoach plays, that Lifecoach doesn't play Druid or the Claw in this deck.
Yeah, Impact
Doesn't play
definitely.
Belchers?
I'm not sure, but even then, like, you're only looking at, you got to play as if.
I think he has Belchers actually.
think
I mean, I think this was a really weird play because this trades now for the 3-4 and with a Belcher on top of that, that would have been really bad.
But even with Ancient of Lore, he's getting
Ancient of Lore
7 to
doesn't-
8.
The Ancient of Lore puts him 1 damage of lethal.
I think, yeah. I mean, even then though, if he just goes Death Spite and hits face and Hero Powers, Lifecoach has still got a top deck to win.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
if he trades into the 3-4 with 4-2,
I think Lifecoach is going to play around. He's going to play around not. He's not going to play around second weapon. Maybe he was considering swipe. He was hovering over it.
I think he's gonna play around second because otherwise he would have killed that Asterake with his Fire War Axe if
He can't now, right?
now he
He's
can't.
dead.
He's dead.
Game's over.
Yeah, now he's dead. But if he would have healed there, he would have been fine.
There was a lot of weird plays this
Yeah,
series.
It's really weird that the fact that Lifecoach didn't play around second weapon because there's a reason that Impact did not kill that Asterake with his Fire War Axe.
I think. Oh,
What?
I think there's a.
Wow, we see some BM.
Alright.
Maybe it's just an experience from playing the deck and an experience from playing against the deck from Lifecoach
Well,
and
Impact was definitely stressed. He didn't know if he can win, so Impact taking the game. We can see a handshake. Lifecoach a bit surprised about what just happened. So, congratulations to Impact. 3-1
Yeah.
versus Lifecoach. Black,
Yeah.
do you think Impact is going to make an impact on the scene right now after this win?
I mean, for sure. I mean, the rules in this is that I think it rewards if you're a good deck builder as well, which is a big deal. Because if you're playing it, you can change your decks in between rounds, right, for different opponents.
Yeah.
So if you're a good deck builder, I think this format really plays into your strengths. So
I'm really curious about, like, I really want to ask Lifecoach whether or not it was an experience issue, like that he hadn't faced the Green Patron Warrior that much. It feels like he made a lot of weird decisions,
yeah.
with, like using Wrath there instead of the swipe.
We can actually talk to Lifecoach as well. But first, we want to talk to the winner, Impact.
Mhm.
So, Blackout,
Yeah.
thank you so much for joining us. If you can also, like, Impact is going to join us right now, but you can also, like, talk to Lifecoach so he can talk to us after.
Yeah, sure.
All right, thank you so much. All right, Impact. Come here, buddy. All right, man. Just put it on. Put it on so that people can hear you. Talk to the people. Congratulations. You won
Thank you.
versus Lifecoach. Well
Thank
played.
You. Thank you.
What do you think about the whole series?
I thought that I played the last game pretty poorly at the end. I interraged the 3-3 instead of the 3-2. I wasn't accounting for Drake's swipe. I was playing around regular swipe a bit more, but Drake's swipe I wasn't thinking about at all, especially because he could have traded the shade. I should have thought he was planning for that. Other than that, I thought I played the series pretty well. The one game that I thought was winnable that I didn't win.
Paladin.
Yeah, it was the game against the Paladin. I was just waiting for like any Grim Patron, and I would have got him. Like the
Yeah. Do you think that you used your commanding shot a bit too early that game, just to draw one more card from the Acolyte?
yeah, I probably did. To be honest, I just wanted to draw another card because my hand was like going nowhere. And if you have all the combo spells in your hand, like you gotta just cycle them at least a little bit. Like I got an extra draw from the Acolyte. It got me enough resources that I could have fought back. I just needed like a couple more turns to armor up and get out of consecration range. I thought I would be fine. Like I would play the taunt, armor up, but I wasn't accounting for Tyrion on top of that. So I thought it was going to be okay, but I guess it wasn't.
He actually top deck Iron Begal
The turn
after
after.
Tyrion, yeah.
Nice.
Can you take us more through your build? Like you're running double Pilot Shredder, you're running Armor Smith.
Oh yeah. Props to Just Sayin, my teammate. He made the deck completely. Like I just net decked it a couple days ago. I've been practicing with it ever since. Ever since he realized the deck was absolutely broken.
Does he have also the Armor Smith?
It's one Armor Smith. Yeah, it's his list exactly, except I cut one Cruel Taskmaster for the second Inner Rage, just because Inner Rage is 0 mana and Taskmaster's 2. Figured it'd be better for going off.
Yeah, I actually talked to him as well about this Grim Patron deck, and he made me play the Shredders in the deck, but I'm not sure about the... He didn't play Commanding Shout before when I was playing with him. He thought it was too situational, so maybe he took that as well from me. But the Inner Rage, I'm not so sure about those cards.
Oh, it's absolutely broken. The card is just fantastic. If you draw it and Whirlwind with Grim Patron, like you win the game on the spot. Like it's just over. There's no coming back.
Against some classes, yeah, but not all classes. There are
Okay.
some classes that are better removal. We saw Lifecoach making some mistakes there because I think it was inexperienced versus with the Druid, for example. When you had a Frothing Berserker and an Acolyte on the board, he chose to Wrath the Frothing Berserker instead of swiping. Wrath is such a good card versus Grim Patron that you want to keep it for later because you can kill a 3/3 without having to deal with the consequences of swipe.
Whereas swipe, it's completely situational. Most of the time, garbage against Grim Patron.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So yeah, have you played it a lot, this Grim Patron deck?
He gave it to me like literally as I was boarding the plane for Romania. So ever since I got there, like I've been playing it on my iPad like while I've been here. I didn't want to bring it yesterday, but I brought it today because I felt more comfortable with it. And last night I was playing with it more and talked it over with Chalky and the rest of the people in my group, and we figured it was just the right
Impact.
call.
We're talking to you for the first time. Tell us more about yesterday. Like, how was your group experience? You basically advanced for both groups.
Yeah.
And you're here today, and you just defeated Lifecoach. Like, how was this today?
Yesterday, the only person I lost to was Greenship, which is also one of my testing partners. So we played like the exact same decks in the first group. We played Freeze Mage, Face Hunter, and Oil Rogue, which we thought would absolutely destroy all the aggro decks that we were expecting, and then absolutely no one brought aggro. So then we played in round 1, and then he beat me 3-0, and then I played against literally like the meme. He had Kazan in every deck, including Freeze Mage, and he took my ice block with his Kazan in the Freeze Mage mirror without procking my ice barrier first. So like he just flipped the coin, and I guess he won that. So I was like, okay.
That's
and
pretty risky.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, what a top deck.
All right.
Yeah. And the second group, I just asked Zixo. He said I should just play 3 aggro decks, and I 2-0'd my group, won all my matches 3-0. Yeah.
Really impressive.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. So 3 aggro decks.
Yeah. Played Mech Shaman, Zoo, the same Zoo, and Mech Mage. So I just like rolled over all the druids and warriors everyone brought in the first step.
Is this true that you actually drank a crate of Monster yesterday?
I drank almost a whole row of the monsters in the player lounge. My heart was racing. Like I fell asleep, and like I had like chest pains. I thought I was gonna die in the sleep, to be honest.
But you're okay today?
So far, I've only had 1 monster, so we'll see.
Probably.
Now that I'm done playing, like yeah, I'm fine. Okay, I
Alright.
won't have any more. All right.
Alright.
I guess I'll just let you guys go.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And we are going to talk to Lifecoach a bit as well.
Okay.
And we're
Sounds
going to see more of you. Congratulations again, and good luck with the next match.
Thanks.
Thank you, man.
Good job, man.
All right. Can you ask Lifecoach to come here? All right. That's a good series to start today.
Yeah, it was good.
Green Patron, I like it. No freeze mage,
Yeah,
no control warrior.
I would like to see some more freeze match. I enjoy casting that. What's up, Lifecoach?
Hey, Lifecoach.
So how do you feel? Disappointed?
Yeah. By my plays, like basically the one play with their swipe.
Yeah,
like,
I was talking about that as well. And do you think that it's because of your inexperience playing against Green Pattern Warrior? Have you played a lot against it, or not too much?
No, I actually haven't played like Ladder the last 1.5, 2 weekish. So
That explains a lot. It's a
Yeah.
really new deck, so it's like very
Yeah.
hard to play against if you don't know exactly what you want to keep in your hand.
Yeah, with the swipe it was. I think I just. Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, it's not that straightforward because the shade is actually like I didn't have the combo at that point in the hand, so I guess he stays at whatever 26, 28. So if you play the combo, that's 16 damage plus you need. Whatever you need 8 shade damage or 10 shade damage. So the shade is really not doing too much impact. On the other hand, 3 cards are actually doing a lot of impact because, like, if I draw Thorison, it's crazy. Like,
Yeah,
Jenna
it's
simply
insane.
play
It's
Thorison,
insane.
yeah.
I agree.
Or like stuff like simply drawing other threats, other answers, not really like needed to committing to the lore. Like if I can play some other of my some different threats, I'm really happy to play these. Or like whatever, drawing into double combo and stuff like that. So it's really like I just misevaluated the swipe. I thought like because in general like I tend to have like fallback rules, and fallback rules are stuff like swipe is always better than wrath. So if I'm thinking about, okay, should I do the one or the other play, and with one play I keep swipe in my hand, and with the other play I keep wrath in my hand, then I always play, like, because I cannot, like, it's not possible to think all, through all possible scenarios within 60 seconds or something, so, or 50 seconds, whatever you take. But the thing is, that's the reason why you need fallbacks. And fallbacks for me is like wrath always, swipe always better than wrath. And in this situation, obviously, complete nonsense.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty disappointing. Also because the handlock would have like a really, really good matchup. Like I think the handlock,
The Haddock is super favored versus the Green Pattern Warrior. So
like
it's
70 perhaps, I don't know, 70,
Yeah,
65, something.
depending
like
on
that.
if you run double Hellfire or if you run Shadow Flames, like it's really good.
It's double Hellfire actually.
It's double
so
Hellfire,
yeah,
it is.
yeah,
Okay,
so
okay.
that's really good.
Yeah.
So what do you think? What do you think about the Green Patron deck? Like seeing it here. I don't know if you watched the games yesterday, but the deck was pretty popular amongst the players.
I actually didn't see it. I haven't spent too much thought on that. I mean, I guess it's like with other combo decks, it's good if like on paper it's really, really good, and in like playing strengths, it's, I guess, time will tell, right? I mean, especially if you now said that many people are actually playing it, then it won't take a lot of time until it really polarizes whether it's really good or whether it's only like meh.
Did you hear about what happened to Alesh yesterday? So he was playing the Green Patron deck on stream here, and he actually roped, and he wasn't able to execute all the plays because he just ran out of time. So a lot of our viewers asked if you could play the deck on stream.
Yeah. I mean, that being said, it's not like, I mean, it's, as I said, like time as a resource. I mean, for example, Rogue, I mean, I've played a lot of Rogue when it was still popular. and it's really like only how you want to manage your time.
Yeah.
Like I will take like the 65 seconds with any deck. Like it's just like with a deck like a competitor deck, you don't have much time to think, so you just execute basically.
Yeah, you just have to know exactly what you do every turn.
Exactly. Yeah. So a lot of experience comes with it. I mean, I don't know, but it's just perhaps I'll try it. I mean, if what do you think? Is it good?
I think it's. I've been playing it a lot. I actually said on my stream that I would like to. I would pay $100 to see you play that deck because it's so hard to play, and it's like it takes so much time to execute all the plays. So it would be fun to see you play that. Who takes a lot of time with any deck, you know. So it would be fun to see you. But I think it's the new Miracle Rogue actually.
Oh really?
Yeah, because it's so hard to play. I played a lot of hard decks, but this is one of the hardest decks I have to play because you can draw so many cards, and like you have to calculate the odds of getting like you can actually lethal by battle raging and drawing 4 cards, but you have to know exactly what you have left and the odds of you drawing into like your Floating Berserker and the second Whirlwind or something like that, and just like executing it. So it's a really hard deck to play, but I think that when the perfect list comes out for it, then it will be the new meta for sure.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's strong. I mean, I heard like that it's obviously quite strong against like aggro decks, but against control, is it really that good?
It's like, for example, against Paladin, it's like 70% win rate or something insane. But there's some matchups.
Freeze Mage actually winning versus Freeze Mage because of Armor Smith.
Yeah, I mean, if you take, there's some cards like Armor Smith that are good against Freeze Mage, but Freeze Mage is actually good against Green Patron Warrior compared to the old classic version. But it's a really good deck, and I think we will see a good list of it within a month.
Okay,
so
fair enough. Yeah, but because what I'm saying is if it's so good against aggro, then aggro will probably rather reduce again, control will get bigger, and if control gets bigger, Grim Patron Warrior decreases again.
It's the cycle of life,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so... Yeah. But you really think that it will be like huge part of the meta, like 20%?
Yeah, for sure. It's just so hard to play. It's like Miracle Rogue. Like there weren't a lot of good Miracle Rogue players back in the day, but when everyone started playing it and practicing it a lot, we saw a lot of Miracle Rogues on the ladder for that era. You know, you remember it.
And it's fun to play. Like it is different play styles. So people who are used to the standard just minion trading will definitely pick up the deck like they did Miracle Rogue before.
How do you explain that it's that strong? I mean, like the Gimp Patron is like a 5 mana, and then you get like whatever 3/3/3/2. Sometimes
it's really the Emperor who makes it strong, because if you have your combo cards like Warsong Commander, Grim Patron, and the Froding in the hand, when you have Emperor, they get a lot reduction. Like you have so much to do for one turn if all of those cards are reduced. So
you even keep him, or?
It depends on the matchup. Versus control like Paladin, you can consider keeping it, but you want to go for card or really like Acolytes or stuff like that. That's really good. But yeah.
Okay, all right.
So,
thank you so much, Lifecoach. And I guess we are done here for this match. And now we are going for a short break, and after that we are going to be back. Don't go anywhere.